Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel today. This is John with Get PC Security, and today we're going to be reviewing the McAfee LiveSafe 2018 PC security product. So, I'm a big fan of McAfee products and have been using their products personally for many years. There are a couple of main reasons why I've been using this particular product for the past 2 years, which I'll cover coming up. In this video though, I'm going to walk you through the LiveSafe 2018 portal and also provide a brief view of where the LiveSafe product fits in the larger picture of the other McAfee consumer PC security products. Now, before we go any further into the video, I want to mention all the great information below in the Show More section. If you scroll down right now and look below the video on the left-hand side, you'll see that Show More text right here. Click on that and you'll find links to purchase and download the product we're reviewing in this video, and additional links to other PC security products we've already reviewed for you in the past. Also, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up right here, and you can also subscribe to our channel very easily by clicking on that subscribe button in the lower right hand corner of any of our videos. Okay, with that said, let's begin the product review. So, as you can see from this chart, McAfee has a few security products in the consumer space, and this chart should give you a good look at exactly where the LiveSafe product sits and what features it provides versus some of the other McAfee consumer products. Now, let's take a walk through the chart here, and I'll go over some of the features and functionalities that you get with each one of these software packages. I will say one thing though, some vendors sometimes do rename some of their products. So I believe this product, which is called just McAfee Antivirus, is now called Antivirus Plus. I believe this one is still called Internet Security. This is still Total Protection, and of course this is still LiveSafe. So with McAfee Antivirus, you're going to get two main things. First of all, you're going to get McAfee's award-winning antivirus, which is going to block viruses, malware, ransomware, spyware, and more unwanted programs from your PC. That's the main antivirus software that's included with all these four packages. With the Antivirus Plus, you're also going to get McAfee's Web Advisor, which is their safe web browsing, which will warn you about risky websites and help prevent dangerous downloads and phishing attacks. So those are the main two components that you're going to get with Antivirus Plus. From an internet security standpoint, you're going to add on their anti-spam product or feature, also their Parental Control product, which we're going to take a look at when we walk through the portal, and also a password manager. I believe it's called TrueKey, which is pretty cool. So those three things you're going to get with internet security. Total protection, you're going to get all that you got with internet security, plus you're going to get file lock, which will allow you to protect your privacy with encryption software. So you can encrypt some of your files on your PC, though not in the cloud. The difference between Total Protection and LiveSafe is that with LiveSafe you can back up and encrypt your files in the cloud, but with Total Protection those files reside in your PC. So that's one of the main two differences between Total Protection and LiveSafe. The other main difference up here in the top of the box is you'll see numbers, and so that's how many devices you have coverage for. And all the options for all these pieces of software will be down in the Show More section below the video here. But LiveSafe actually has an unlimited device capacity here. You can put this on unlimited devices, and devices, according to McAfee, are PCs, Macs, tablets, and smart devices as well. And so you could put this on as many as you wanted to for as long as you had this subscription. Some of these other packages, Total Protection, Internet Security, and Antivirus Plus, either come in packages of ranging from 1 to 3 devices to 10 devices. And actually, I think Antivirus Plus now has 10 devices. So some of these come in 3 and 5. But again, all those options will be in the Show More section below the video here. Okay, so that pretty much wraps up the walkthrough of the 4 different programs, so you get a glimpse and an understanding of what you get with each one of those packages, and certainly what you're going to get with McAfee LiveSafe. All right, so let's just do a quick wrap up of what you just get with McAfee LiveSafe here, which we just covered with the other products. First of all, you're going to get their award-winning antivirus, which is going to block viruses, malware, ransomware, spyware, and unwanted programs on your PC. You're going to get the safe web browsing with the McAfee Web Advisor. You're going to get password manager. You're going to get encrypted cloud storage. You also get multi-device protection, which I mentioned before. So PCs, Macs, tablets, and smartphones. You also get, which isn't on here, the support. I'll mention the support, which I think comes with all their products, but through your subscription, through the life of whatever your coverage you have, you're covered by phone, chat, and online support for the life of your subscription. So that was huge from a McAfee perspective. And of course, with all these products, there's also, when you purchase it, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied through that trial period, you can cancel the subscription and get your money back, which is pretty cool. And here are the requirements and specifications for the McAfee products to work on your devices. So here are the operating systems they cover from a Windows, Mac, Apple, and Android perspective. The supported browsers. Of course, you need they prefer a recommended high-speed connection. Here are your email programs that are supported from an anti-spam perspective. And there's a toolbar that comes with that. Here are the requirements for that. And of course, some minimum hardware requirements from the PC perspective. So those are the requirements for the McAfee software. Now that we've covered the requirements and specifications, let's jump into the portal. Hey folks, so here we are on the portal, and this is what you see when you first open the McAfee LiveSafe product. So it's a very clean, simple layout from an antivirus portal standpoint. Let's go through each one of the sections here. So we're going to cover all aspects of the portal. There's some drop downs up here. There's some icons up here. We'll cover those. And so basically the portal is kind of cordoned off into three sections here. So over on the left-hand side here, you really have, in this gray section, you really have your protection and coverage status section. So as soon as you open it, you've got a green check mark. So if you click anywhere in this section here, up pops a layout here, a menu of all the components of LiveSafe. So you've got virus scan, your real-time scanning, your firewall, your updates, your subscription, et cetera, and a security report, which we're going to click on later. But so you can get a good glimpse, and you got green dots on all of them, so they're pretty much active and turned on at this point. If you didn't have one of these turned on, let's say you turned your firewall off, you'd have a red dot here. So it kind of gives you a good indication of what coverage you have. So there's a couple ways to do it. Anywhere you click in here, I mean, no matter where you click on the dots or anywhere in this box, you'll get that same thing. So right down below here, your protection status, you'll have the devices that I'm protecting or that you're protecting with your LiveSafe product. I've got 3 or 4 PCs here, and you can actually click on any one of you. So these are the PC descriptions I have, and so each time you click on one, it brings up a screen here where you can go through and see exactly the software that's on each one of those, and so you get the same thing. So on this AMC PC version here, you'll see that we've got virus and spyware protection on, web and email on, current with the updates, and so you can see a couple of things in here. If you click on, so it's telling me you had one issue fixed. If you click on this arrow here, it tells you the suspicious connections, that it's been blocked, etc. If you click over here on settings for each one of the PCs here, you can rename the PC, or you could actually stop and remove the coverage on this PC. The one thing you can't do is, I'll click off this, and you can click on another one here, this gamer PC, and you can see the same things, right? You can see the issues it fixed, the suspicious connections it blocked, and also making sure that it's up to date, the virus protection and web and email is turned on. It'll also tell you the last scan or the next planned scan and the last update it checked for the software. So you can see all the devices here that you're monitoring or managing with this software. What you can't do is, let me just mention this real quick. So if you want to protect more devices, you just click on this. There's 2 ways to actually deploy the software. If you have, and I'm just going to click on a PC or a Mac here, but you also obviously have smartphone or tablet here. This LiveSafe product covers all devices, tablets, smartphones, and PCs or Macs. So if you click on it real quick, all you have to do is type in the email you want it to go to, and email a link out to it and deploy the software. You can do it that way, or you can go right to the device that you want to protect. You can log into the McAfee.com website and manage your account that way and just download the product right from your login. So there's 2 ways to deploy the software to new PCs. So that's here on the left-hand side. If you move over to the right here, there's kind of 2 sections here. This light gray section right here really is they call it an action center. And so there's a couple of things they tell you. They'll tell you how many apps and what it's protecting now. But if you click over here on the with the arrow here, it'll scroll through a couple of the different features and products within the LiveSafe suite, and so it'll kind of remind you of other features you may not be using. It might, this one's telling you how many risky web activities have blocked since I last installed it, and some other things. So this is kind of an action center here, so you can kind of scroll through and see what kind of things the product is trying to convey to you or tell you. Down below here, these are really shortcuts, and so you can run a scan. And I'll click on these as I go through them here. You can do, quick scans or a full scan, thoroughly check all your PC, or you can do a quick scan of just scanning some areas of your PC, not all areas. And so you can do a quick scan right there. The TrueKey product is a password manager. I've never used a password manager until I've used this product, and so I manage up to 15 different passwords through this TrueKey feature, which is part of the product, which is awesome. Application update, so it's going to you can make sure that your the application is up to date. And then this last thing is removing cookies and trackers. And so I do this kind of a clean sweep action. I do this maybe once a quarter just to remove any cookies or things that are tracking my PC on when I visit certain websites. And so so these are shortcuts down here. And so let me kind of bring your attention up here to the top here. So these are the features that are included in LiveSafe. So you've got PC, and as I click on these things change. So the shortcuts change, and some of the actions over here change. We're going to come up here and look at each one of these. But if I click on PC security or identity or privacy, see all these things change. And so as you go to each one of the sections, notice that the shortcuts and the actions in the Action Center do change a little bit. And so that's pretty much, let me go back to the home screen. So that's pretty much the Action Center and the shortcuts. I mean, obviously, we talked about the devices and the coverage overhead on the left-hand side there. We'll just scroll through this over here. We're going to come back to these a little bit later. Over in the top right-hand section, you've got a couple of icons as well. And so let's go through each one of these. And so the first one, the bell-shaped icon, is really kind of just a recent activity that is going on with your PC. So it'll tell you, when you last ran a scan, that your applications in your OS, your Windows OS is up to date, or your Mac OS is up to date. We'll come down to the security report in a minute. The next icon is really a news icon. So these are stories, and this brings you back to the McAfee.com website, where other features, stories, or blogs had been written on security topics. And so this is kind of interesting. I clicked over and read a couple of these since I've owned the product, and so that's kind of interesting as a note. The light bulb. The light bulb kind of just reminds you of the portal layout. So if you click on the light bulb, it'll kind of walk you through and tell you, the different areas of the portal here. And so, you can manage your account down here. And so depending upon what screen you're on, by the time you get to the light bulb, it'll tell you different things about each one of the tabs. And so I found that quite useful as well. Now the gear icon, the last icon up here, this is almost a duplication of kind of the top bar over here. And so if you look at the top bar layout here, PC security, identity, privacy, account, right under settings here, you'll see PC security, identity, privacy, and account down at the bottom. And so this is just another way of getting at the same information over here. The only thing that isn't over here on the left, in the top left-hand bar here, are the settings, the general settings and alerts here. So if you click on general settings and alerts, a screen will pop up, and you're able to change some of the settings here around the McAfee software and how it behaves and acts on your PC. You can go to informational alerts. You can change some settings around the protection alerts. If something's turned off, if the firewall have turned off, it'll notify you that, hey, just a reminder, you turned off your firewall. Do you want to turn it back on? You've got access protection down here. Protect your most critical McAfee files and services so they're not accidentally deleted. So I've got that turned on. And these are all the standard default settings. I haven't changed anything here. I tend to run through them briefly, but usually if the AV company recommends a certain feature or product is turned on within the suite, I pretty much leave it alone unless I'm looking to do something pretty unique here. But I've clicked this on. This is startup settings, so I just said I want the fastest startup time possible. And so that's what's in the general settings and alerts, and then the quarantined items or any items and files that they have found as risky or harmful to your devices. And so there's nothing here that they've found as harmful. So again, the rest of this, we'll scroll over here. We'll kind of visit over here so you can kind of get a good sense for it. But we'll look at the rest of these through the bars over here. And so if you click on PC security, let's go through each one of these. This is your real-time scanning, your firewall, your automatic updates, and your scheduled scans. And so let's go through each one of those. And so in the real-time scanning, this is kind of the base feature of the product, right? This is the part that's going to this is the antivirus and the anti-spyware component of the software. And not a lot of things you can click on here. The only thing that you have that you can control here is if you want to exclude any files and tell the LiveSafe product not to scan it. And I don't do that at all. I always have it to scan all the files. You never know when a malicious code or program is going to infect one application or part of an application. So I never exclude any files, never have. So that's the one feature that you can control under there. In the firewall settings, again, I haven't changed any of these. You can restore defaults if you change any of these back to the default settings. But there's some settings in here under the firewall. Again, I have these all as the recommended settings, but you can go in here and get pretty creative with some of your, let me go back in there, with some of your firewall settings. You've got traffic controller, smart advice, and advanced settings. I'll click on that real quick so you can see it. So you can change this. See if I can go back here. Here's how you go back. The firewall history, kind of log files or logging events you can see in here. Again, I haven't changed any of these settings. And then some other things at the bottom. Oh, there's my network connections, which is your network ports and system services, intrusion detection. Let me click on that. So they can have it on basic, but protect yourself from hackers who exploit weaknesses in your OS. So I have that on basic, not on high. So you have intrusion detection and then netguard here at the bottom. So those are the firewall settings that they have on the PC. Automatic updates I have turned on, and I have it to download and install updates automatically as McAfee pushes them out. I think I would have that set for any antivirus software. And then the last item here is just around scheduled scans, and so you can, let me expand this. You can tell the software how often you want it to scan your PC. You can create your own schedule or just use the drop down here to do one of the pre-programmed settings that McAfee has in there. Okay, so those are the settings that you have under PC security. Now if we click over here for identity, under identity you'll see the anti-spam and the McAfee Web Advisor. So when you get the product and install it, anti-spam is not installed, but you can install it. It is a feature that is included with the LiveSafe product. But you can turn that on. I have it turned off. And then the McAfee Web Advisor, which will keep you safe and protect your personal information when you're downloading files or visiting lots of different websites. So the McAfee Web Advisor is a great product. That comes turned on automatically when you download the product. All right, and over here on the Privacy tab, you'll find the Parental Controls feature of the LiveSafe product. This, let's take a look at this. This feature within the product I found is extremely useful, and is a feature that I use today with a couple of my folks in the family. So there is a password here, so if you make a password, you better write it down. I can't imagine getting back in that password. So you can I have a number of different users on this PC, and so let me go through and kind of walk you through. You see one as non-protected and the other two are protected, but let me kind of go through. Let me go through the unprotected one, and so if you click protect, it walks you through a couple of different things. And so the first parental control here is by selecting the child's age, and you can edit all this down below. I'm just going to say it's a 6 to 8 year old, right? It's going to block all these particular things. So, chat or instant messaging, dating. 6 to 8 year old doesn't need to do that, but allowed websites are kid safe websites and miscellaneous. But so what you can first do is you select the child's age range. And so as you get older, right, some of these things that become blocked move back over here. Or you could do a custom. And then if any one of these isn't what you want, you can also move it over or move it back. And so you can really customize something if you don't like the preset categories that they've selected for you. So I'm going to check a 9 to 12 year old, and I'm going to click done on that. And then the other thing is, which I really like, and so you have a summary here of of the settings you did, 9 to 12 years old, the filter search results you did, and then the online schedule is unrestricted. Let me click on that. Here's where you can actually have two options here. And so you can select let my child go online at any time, or you can select I want to choose the time my child can go online. And so what you do here is through each day of the week, you say, on Monday through Friday, which are these middle ones, you say, hey, I think it's okay for my son to go online or daughter, 8 to 9 in the morning, and then maybe, 2 to 4 in the afternoon, and then you click done. And so if your child tries to get online, they can use the computer. But if for some reason they're trying to do it when you've left it, we've blocked it out, then they cannot get online. And so this has been a huge feature that I've used with all my kids on their PCs, allowing them access to the internet sometimes, but not all the time, which I think is a smart and safe thing to do. So this is a great feature. So this is a feature I hadn't used before I had purchased the LiveSafe product, but a huge feature that I highly recommend anyone that has kids needs at some point as they get introduced to the internet and computers these days. And then the last tab up here is just the account tab. And so if you click on that, it'll tell you how many days you have left in your cycle for your renewal, your active, your expiration date, and making sure you have the right email in there and things. You can renew now, or you can go and log into your account again at the McAfee.com website and do it that way. And so those are the 4 tabs up top. Again, you've got some kind of duplicate steps over here and areas you can also get to the same things if you click the gearbox over here. Your general settings and alerts. Go back to the home things, just summarize things a couple bit. Your coverage right here, the PCs you're protecting, and then again, shortcuts down here, your password protector, your ability to run scans, full scans, or scans just on certain parts of your PC. And so this is, again, just a very well laid out portal that McAfee has put out here. Again, the McAfee LiveSafe product is an unlimited device product. It covers PCs, Macs, tablets, and smartphones. It's got some great additional features such as the TrueKey password manager and the parental controls, which are tremendous features. And we just think this is a great product. It does very well at preventing viruses. It has some other features as well that we found very, very useful. Okay, well that wraps up this walkthrough and review of the McAfee LiveSafe security product. Again, as we covered in the beginning of the video, you can use the links below in the Show More section to download and purchase the McAfee LiveSafe product today. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red shield symbol that you see in the upper left-hand corner of the video. Also give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video today. And please check out our other videos where we walk through and review other PC security software products. Well, that concludes the video today, guys. Again, this is John with Get PC Security. As always, keep your PCs safe and protected online, and thanks for watching our video today.